Well, hello everybody. Although I suspect I'm not going to get many on at this time of the morning, but I thought I'd do this because it would be cooler. Got me tea, got the hour again. I still need the knowledge, and a better reason is it holds more tea than the other matter I've made. So I'm pretty sure I'm talking to myself, but never mind, not be helped. And I've got the top shut up, but not in OBS. I've now got the YouTube to one side, so hopefully it will work. So I came up here this morning it was about 71, and I've been a word beginning with a B and ending in R, about quite a bit. But I have got trains running, but they do see. Right, okay. So I need to just get a couple working, and then I'll show you the layout. And it's now about 78 degrees, so I'm not staying up here very long. But I just wanted to see how well it would go, and I realise that not many people are going to be about at sort of 10ish in the morning on a Monday, but I just want to compare and see how it goes. So let's have a go. So I'll click the button. There we are, and that one. And if I now give you the other one. So I'm waving bye-bye, and I'm going to fade me out and give you a view of the layout. And there we are. So as you can see, we've got the large prairie going around with a West Country local train, although got 5 carriages on it, and I'm just playing around with this little shunter that's done a whoopsie, as they do, and we'll see how we go. So I think I can put that one on there, which is that one. It did indeed. So let's underwrite. Okay. Yeah, can go in. So as you can see, it's never completely good, and yet my 52 diesel is not doing very well today. Keeps going out of position, going in an unexpected lock, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, let's see if we can get this one going. And I have altered the stopping distance, but it's not really worked. So I still don't think I've got anybody watching. Now I've got one viewer. That's assuming I'm live. Now it is showing me that I'm live. So yeah, I'm live, and I haven't got any frames dropping out. So that's good. And as I say, we've got the 52 Western playing up a bit. I don't quite understand. It was running as usual, lovely yesterday. So I don't know. Perhaps it's the heat. So I'll just move that along a little bit. And what I've got with the what I have with the cameras is I've got the one that you're looking at now on the stand, on the tripod. Right, I've got that in the right position now, but it seems to be going out very often. Up in the corner where the tunnel, the tunnel that's at the side of the line, instead of sort of with it going through it, is playing problems. So we'll try and get these going again, and see how we go. So that's all right. There we are. So as usual, a little bit disjointed. Oh, I like the tea. Let's see if I can get me in the corner there. Over there, or over there. Let's do me there. Hope you can see me. So this is the advantage, I think, of OBS. Both cameras on the same computer. Very easy to set up. Although saying that, I came up here, got all ready to go this morning, and I didn't get any pictures in the OBS. And I think basically because I plugged the two cameras into the other YouTube opening socket. So when I put them in there, now what I'll do is I'm going to take my camera off of here, and I've got a nice long lead on this one, which helps, although it's all tangled up, so I hope you don't get too giddy. And what I'll do is I'll show you this little shunter that has now gone out of place again. I think it might have done, no. So I've got this little shunter, my 040 Barclay, and I've got that doing a little shuttle down there over the bridge and then coming back. But I stop it at here for 30 seconds. So hopefully it's start up again. There we are. So as you can see, very slow. Now, as I say, yesterday it was all running lovely and it was all going onto the siding, and now they're all sort of playing up with the cameras on them. But what can you do? And the Western's done a whoopsie again. So as I say, there's bits to sort out, and it's rather it's not annoying, it's just you wonder what's going on when they were all working lovely before. But I suppose in a way that's model railways for us, isn't it? Now if I just slide you gently across, so we've got the large prairie, which is going well, and that's the only loco I've got the sound on. And I just finished my tea. We're almost up to 80 degrees in here now, so I'll just make that a little bit bigger for you. I'll move it over there and make it a bit bigger, and there she is. And she's stopping there sometimes and other times not. So we've now got the 04 back in, and it will sit there for 30 seconds and then poodle off down there. And if you notice, I've got the 03 one here with a couple of those China clay wagons that I've had to take off the main train, and these three here were taken off that one, which is sitting over there with the Black 5. And if you want to see them all running in inverted commas, watch out for my next running session, which I am trying to film. And in fact, if I wasn't doing this, I probably would have come up here this morning and started a bit more of it. I've got one bit in. So as you can see, I'm quite pleased with this. This was always the problematical loco, if you remember, stopping and starting and hopeless, but it's doing this very well, so I'm pleased with that. So I'll make it a bit smaller and I'll put it back on the computer so you can see me. You can always turn off. Well, you could if you were actually watching in the first place, of course. So yeah, I'm back again. I've been recording for only 11 minutes. It seems a bit longer than that, but I am quite pleased with this. Why the 52 is going on to the point over there, I really don't know. As I say, I have adjusted the. Now, one of the things that has happened is apparently OBS. iTrains has done an update and they've changed quite a bit of the stuff, which when I went into it, it had, but I thought I'd got it about right and I haven't, so I really don't know. So both of these trains have appeared in an unexpected loft. Which, to be honest, they're not that far away. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get them where they need to go. I think, and I'll get the little banana train going. All right. So I'm going to just move these where they need to go. It's only up there a little bit, I think. There we go. And as you can see, you can do it manually. Just because it's automated, it doesn't mean to say you can't manipulate it with your fingers and your mouth. So the thing I've noticed with the 52, and yeah, this one started up on me now. I don't know if it's the heat, but it was reasonably hot the other day when I was doing it. Let's see if it will carry on now. Okay. Why not? Oh, that's alright. Oh, that's alright. Oh dear, somebody forgot that his Western was coming round. So we now have both of them on the same bit of track. So see what happens when you do it manually. It all goes to pot. So let's. I think what I need to do is do them the other way round. But at least the large prairie's doing a nice job. Oh, and now it's decoupled. Okay, usual things. So I'll get that over there. And it's all good fun, isn't it? Right. Why that's decoupled, I do not know. I'm just popping over here a minute. And I'll see if I can to its locomotive. So the hand of God comes into force, so I'm going over there now. I'm going to go over there. So keep watching, at least the large prairie is doing a good job. Even if all the others aren't. Okay, so as you can see, the hand of God does sometimes have to come into the equation. So we'll get this Western down here, assuming it doesn't decouple. The couplers on the 60 and on the clay wagons, they're different heights. I mean, it's an ongoing problem, isn't it? So it's a bit annoying when they do that. But you know, it's been running around for quite a long time. So we've now got the Western sitting here, which you can see. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, can you? Yes, it's sort of there. You can see my finger. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to don't know why I got a small banana train over there. That's why this one has stopped. So let's get her going again if I can. There we go. Right, off we go. Hopefully. Yep, off she goes. Right, so we'll get the large banana train. There we are. I shall put it on the layout, which is sitting yeah. And there we go. So, doing quite well. I've got no drop frames. I'm only broadcasting at 30 frames a second because, oh dear, you've got to have a look at this. The little shunter's got to come right out, and he's trying to stop the backfire, which is doing a very good job of, isn't it? So God knows what's happened there. Right. Okay. And I think as it's got a what's the name on it. So that's interesting. Now it's still showing the bar. The reason is it's just gone through that point, I think. Right, so let's see if we can get it to go back. So as you can see, it's a bit problematical sometimes. Yeah, it's coupled up to the black five. I'll just go and use my uncoupling stick, sometimes known as a toothpick. Ow, and that was my shoulder. Right, let's just uncouple. Actually, it wasn't coupled, there isn't a coupling on the thing, it just pushed in a bit. So we'll reverse her back to where she meant to go. And yeah, it's all fun, to be honest. I won't go because I've got the get rid of those. That's it, that should go now. She's going to go now. I think she's stuck on the shoulder. There we go. I think what we can say is that all these trains can give problems. Now look, it's now sticking. That's because I was probably reversing it too fast, because I'm trying to get it where it's meant to go. Let's get the old shunter's truck back on the rails, and I'll pull these out, I think. Yeah, they're all off. So here we go again. I've just got to get this one out now. I don't quite know how to do that. Yeah, I'll have to get a bit of stick. Oh, I know how to do it. I'll probably do it. Come on, a bit more. bit more peoples. There we are. Right, interestingly, I did have the coupling. On the back of this. You know, the little coupling, and it seems to have lost it somewhere. So I better see if I can find it. But it's metal, isn't it? So did it come off when we stopped abruptly? Or it's more likely in the tunnel, I would imagine. But I can't see it. I've got to load more. It doesn't really matter. As long as it doesn't, it's not in the points. I don't know if you can still hear me. Right. Okay. So let's get these all back on the track. And it's amazing how you can run these all the time, hours on end. Nothing happens. And the minute you stick a camera on them, or you want to do something with them, they do this. But there we are. Right, let's see if we can get our fella to come. Here he comes. So, what I'll do is I'll get the black 5 going first before I do this one. So there we are, we're coming along. And of course it doesn't couple up because they're different heights. There we are now. So that's good. Right, so I'll go back with this one. It looks rather dark on my computer screen. I don't know if it is. I've got a lot of light on, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm hoping it's a bit brighter than that. So yeah, we've got the banana train. Let's see if we can go, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, the points all seem to be set properly. So, been going 23. I'm probably going to do about half an hour, I think. As you can see, I want to try and run all these trains, including the Deltic over there, and the Thompson L1, which is sitting up the far end here, all at once. Now obviously they're not all running at once because they stop and start, but now just make sure the black 5 goes behind the station and not up the back of the Deltic train. No, it didn't. So I'm now going to start the mad fool that I am. I'm going to try and start the small banana train, which is what the 040 train is, and we'll see how we can get this one to go properly this time. So the disadvantage of these cameras is obviously you can't zoom in, or I haven't found a way. I don't think these ones can. I think more expensive ones probably can do it, but I haven't found a way yet. But I did notice something on OBS, but I haven't tried it yet. So what I want to see is if we're going to have another coming together. So she should stop before the point. So it looks like iTrains did actually change the point to allow her to come out. But as she didn't, she's going back. So hopefully when the black 5 starts up again, the point will change, hopefully. No, got the wrong one now. It's the wrong track. So it didn't change the one for the Black 5. But it did change the one for what would be the Western. So, yeah, pleased with this. So let's go back to the whole layout as much as we can. And I'll see if I can get this little one on top of the station like we usually go, on top of the tunnel more, isn't it? Let's see. Now this is a long lead. It's just all tangled up behind the table I put it on. So let's see how this goes. I've got to make sure I don't do that. So let's have a look. What's that look like? Doesn't look too bad. There we are. So what I'll do is I'll take you over there. I'll make it a bit bigger, and then we can got the best of both worlds, haven't we? There we are. So as you can see, very, very versatile. Now I'm not saying you can't do this in StreamYard. You may well be able to do this. But if you can, I don't think it's as easy as maybe on this. So some bits of OBS I'm finding are easy, and this morning I did delete it off my system and reinstall it to see if I got the comments back or the chat, which I didn't. Oh, I've got people on. Hello. Hello Alan from Overdene. OBS is a sort of a streaming service really. It takes the pictures from here and sticks them into YouTube so that you can see what you're looking at, you know. So I used to use, well, I still probably will use StreamYard, which is another way of doing it, or you can even go direct to YouTube and do it through YouTube, which in essence this is what's happening. But the other ways of doing it over and above YouTube have a bit more versatility, shall we say. Hello hot dog. I've had a few problems today. Hello Jean. Yeah, I've had a few problems today, so I'm doing it early because it's just too hot in the afternoon. But if I tell you it's now 80 degrees up here, you want to know about how to do it. I'm not sure an email would cover it, to be honest, Alan. First of all, have you got a webcam, and can you plug it into a computer to show pictures? Because that's what you basically need. And I would say that if you wanted to do streaming and you only had one camera, then maybe YouTube would be the easiest place to go first. After that, then probably StreamYard, and then only if you want to have multiple cameras. And really, my setup is, you know, underutilising it. If you look at Anthony Dodge's one in America, you know, he's got about 15 cameras on his, and they're all basically done like I've done with this this one here. So, you know, you have he has him in the middle, doesn't he? And then he has all these cameras round. And if you have enough cameras, I don't quite know how he gets that many. I'm sure his laptop hasn't got even that many USB ports. This one's only got, well, it's got 3, but my mouse uses the one on the other side. And my new one that's running the trains, that's got 2 as well. But it needs to connect to the internet, and when it's running the trains through DR5000, the internet is actually not available. It's sort of showing no internet access because the DR5000 has its own internet to connect to other items, like maybe a tablet. So, whatever. Right. Hello, Eric. All the way from Australia. How are you getting on? You haven't put much up recently, have you? Not for a long time. Are you all okay over there? And I hope you can all hear me. Yeah, I was thinking about you the other day. I thought, you know, you haven't uploaded, have you? I know you were having a few rows, weren't you? The only problem over here at the moment is it's just too damn hot. For me anyway. I'm sure some people love it. My neighbour a couple of doors away, I love it. But yeah, but at 80 degrees, and I've drunk all my tea, so I'm getting really dry. Very loud but clear. I'm loud, am I? Well, I am a loud man, aren't I? Hang on, I can probably alter that, can I? Yeah, should be able to alter that. Right, tell me if this is a bit better. Right, how's that? I've just lowered the volume. So, will you let me know? Of course, you can always turn it down on the whatever device you're using, can't you? So, touch wood. Where's my wood? There's my trolley. I'm touching wood to say at the moment these are running reasonably well. I could edge my bets and get the Thompson going, I suppose. So let's pop the Western out and bring in the local passenger 2. There we are, and put it on the. Oh, it's on the. I think no, I'll take it off and put it back on again. I think. Okay, because that was left from the last session. So I'll put it back on. There we are, and I might even give it a bit of sound. There we are. Oh, it's ready to go. So listen like that. So how we do it? That's better, is it? Okay. So yeah, I moved that about probably a third of the way back from where it was at full volume. So that's interesting to know. Right. Well, this is good. It's Gene. It's a train set. I mean, I call it a train set. It is a train set. It's basically all near enough set track. And where it isn't set track, they're the bits that give you problems as usual. But yeah. So I'll be interested. What is the? First of all, can you hear the trains, the steam engines noise, sound, and is it coming over like it's in underwater still? Because that's, I find, one of the problems streaming. Which, to be honest, I think if you do it on an iPhone or something, it's far better. Alan did it the other day with his phone, and it was quite good. So we've got the Thompson L1 LNIR with the LNER coaches. Only half of them because that's a local train as well. And as you can see, they're all running as they should. So just finally, I'll have a go maybe at doing the little if I can find it on here, small china clay one. So let's put that on the layout. Because as I haven't got the two outer tracks going, this should run okay. There we go, we've got it. So I'll just swivel this around a bit. There we are. Hopefully you can see. Sorry, it's a bit crooked. There we go. It's hitting the carriage. There we are. I need you to go a bit further up the Western. So I've no clue at all why it's these two outer trains are giving me problems. I just need to have a think about it and see if I need to just adjust the stopping places. That I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if it stops in time. Yes, it does. I'm just going to come back. So coming back, I only do 5 seconds on these. Now, right. Actually, it was this train that's got the coupling on. You know, the metal coupling that came with the sets of these clay, kind of clay wagons. Now, I did try to connect these two wagons with that connection. And I've said in a couple of comments, I think, and maybe in one of my posts, please look at my posts. I do try and keep you up to date. It's far easier than trying to do a video every time. And although it pulled them forward okay, and I suspect it would push them backward alright, forward's fine. It went the layout that you've just seen, but when it came back over my Hornby tight points, it then got buffer locked and derailed. So I think if you were just running it round the layout like the Thompson's going in the large prairie, it would run. Now whether you could do the whole train of I believe 12 wagons, I'm not sure a plastic hook would be up to the weight. I don't know. I mean, they're not overly heavy, these wagons, but they do work lovely. They do run absolutely super. So I've been going now nearly 40 minutes. I've had no drop frames, which is good. Now, I did try my internet speed up in the loft, and I'm only doing this on Wi-Fi. It's not hardwired. And I was getting about 9 megabit upload, a 9 megabit upload, which is fine because I've only got it set at about to broadcast at about 4 or 5 of them, or even 6. So there's plenty in there. Hello, Alan. So it's not showing that I'm dropping any frames, Alan. But I can always lower the thing, but it isn't actually showing that I'm losing any because it's got a little bit at the bottom of OBS that says dropped frames, and it's basically all noughts, so it's no frames dropped and 0.0%. Whereas when I tried it yesterday for the first time, I was losing half of them because I hadn't unclicked the. It's jerky, is it? Okay. So I might have to get our man from America to say why it isn't thing. So what I'll do is I'll go into settings. It may be that my internet is getting a thing, but then it should show it in the drop frames. So I don't quite understand that. So I need to go to output, and I'll lower the bit rate a bit because I'm sure it'll still do it. I'll lower it to 4,000 and we'll see. So 4,000 kilobytes a second is 4 megabits. There we are. So I'll apply that. Okay. So let me know if that's any better. But it could be you, yeah, it could be your internet access. Obviously we're reliant on them all running, aren't we? But if I lower my bit rate, so people tell me if it's now deteriorated or looks the same as it was. Because obviously I'm sending less information. You're watching on an iPad, are you? How do you pronounce that? Cell. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy it. My live streams can be somewhat chaotic. I mean, if I wanted an easy life, I'd just turn off iTrains and just have the trains running around, you know, by themselves all the time and not stopping and starting. But the idea of doing iTrains, if you're new to me, was I look at layouts like Alan at Dragon Junction and Stuart at St Mary's Church, and hover motion Jim there, and Michael Smith with his 40-foot layout. And of course, with a layout that size, you can run more than one train on the layout on each track and keep them apart. But on my little 10-foot by 5-foot one, excluding the other yard that I've got over the back there, you just cannot keep them apart. So the idea of iTrains was that by automating it, it will keep all these trains apart. And if you want to see it working to its maximum extent, I did a video called The Bottleneck and Update, which is about 1,700 views so far, which is good for me. And it just demonstrates a bit, you know, what it'll do. I had an overhead camera. In fact, the camera that you're looking at now with the bigger part of the layout is the one that was up in the loft. Right, how are we doing? It's jerky, right. So Gene is in Denmark and he's alright. It's the same, is it, Alan? So I suspect it might be your end. It may be, if you remember when you did your stream. Where are you watching it, Alan? Are you in the house or are you down in the shed? You're Clive, are you? I do apologise to all you YouTubers. I never ever can remember the name. Never been able to do it, even when I was young. I'm hopeless, I really am. I did at one stage have a list of people's names, but a lot of those aren't watching anymore for whatever reason. You're in the house, Alan, are you? No, it's not. It's not. I'm saying that, but you know, I've taken it off the computer about probably 6 or 7 times since I started doing it. For the simple fact that if I lose something or can't find something, the easiest way for me is just to scrub it all out and start again, which is what I did this morning. And all it entails is setting your cameras up. Now if you follow Anthony's video, which is very good, it's nice, slow, and you can have it running while you're doing it, and just stop it and start it as you do it, which is what I did. And it got it all working, except for that final bit where I couldn't actually stream. Now why that is, I don't know, and I don't think Anthony knows either, to be honest. But what I've done is I've used, instead of going and joining my account to them, I've just done the stream key. But what I did find today is I did have to redo it again to get this working, so perhaps you have to do that every time. So I think it's a bit more work to do than going on StreamYard, because StreamYard you just get it up on your Google page, put your email in that you've registered with them, and then they will send you a key to the email, and you put it in and you're up and running. You just got to set everything up, get the cameras and check the mic working, and you're away, because it takes care of all the things. What I'm hoping with OBS is that you can use the broadband that I'm paying for, which sometimes is anything up to 20 megabits upload, which is enormous, to use more of that. Whereas I'm not sure about StreamYard, but it's possible it only uses the YouTube set uploads, which are 2.5, I think, or 2,500 kilobytes a second. And I'm doing this at 4,000 after lowering it from 5, haven't I? But I could even do it at 6 if I wanted to, but I don't really need to with just these 2 cameras. So I'm going on a bit here, and I'm not really looking at the movement's jerky, is it? So that's basically the same as I used to have on the others. But other people are saying it's lovely. So remember, people, it's going to be your internet, because after all it is coming down your internet as well. I'm glad you've got a track, and I've forgotten your name already. If I go back, Clive. Yeah, it's whatever you want, isn't it? I mean, I was certainly apprehensive in sort of saying I was going to do this, but there's a chap on YouTube called I think it's Ron Fuller. I keep calling him Fowler, but his name's Ron Fuller. And he did a very good set, well he's still doing them, a good set on how to do this. Now it doesn't, my battery's getting low on this, believe it or not. And I haven't got a charger up here, hang on, how are we doing? So I think what I'm going to have to do, everybody, is I'm going to have to go out of here because this is going to die on this. So thank you all very much for joining. And although the trains will keep running, because that one's alright, this one is in. So I'll have to remember to bring the charger up. Yeah, retirement is busy, isn't it, Eric? So, yeah, I love retirement as well, Alan. So everybody, thank you very much for joining, and I'm amazed that I've got all of you. The one thing I can't see on OBS is I can't see how many are actually watching, as far as I can see anyway. And if you want to know, at the moment it's really going up and down the kilobytes a second. It's going from 4877 to 2952. So that is quite a big jump, isn't it? Yeah, it has worked, absolutely, Alan. And Eugene, take care as well over there in over the water, North Sea. And